What personal patterns might you be missing in your own decision-making? How might recognizing these patterns transform your responses to challenging situations? The process of identifying your patterns takes time, but creates lasting changes in how your brain processes emotional information. As you consistently recognize the early signs of emotional hijacking, you strengthen neural connections between your body awareness systems and your prefrontal cortex, creating what neuroscientists call top-down regulation, your conscious brain's ability to modulate emotional responses before they hijack your thinking. This comprehensive system for reprogramming how your brain responds to emotional triggers combines your understanding of brain function with recognition of personal patterns and consistent practice of evidence-based techniques. Together, these elements create lasting changes in how you make decisions under pressure. Putting it all together, your brain upgrade plan. What if you could upgrade your brain's operating system in just 21 days? Here's the exact plan that neuroscientists recommend. All the science we've covered offers a practical blueprint for rewiring your brain's decision circuits and overcoming the emotional hijacking that leads to poor choices. This approach focuses on systematic brain training based on how your neural pathways actually form and strengthen. The most effective way to implement what you've learned is through a structured 21-day brain upgrade program, focusing on 3 core elements: morning mindfulness, daytime awareness checks, and evening reflection. This approach directly targets each aspect of emotional hijacking we've discussed, creating new neural pathways that empower your rational brain against emotional responses. Changing brain patterns requires consistency. The neural connections between your prefrontal cortex and limbic system strengthen gradually. Neuroscientists at University College London found that new behavioral patterns take approximately 18 to 254 days to become automatic, with 21 days being sufficient to create initial neural pathway changes visible on brain scans. Each practice session strengthens connections that were previously weak or non-existent. Morning routine, 10-minute mindfulness meditation. Purpose: strengthens neural connections between attention networks and emotional processing centers. Research base: Johns Hopkins University studies confirm this duration creates measurable brain changes while remaining sustainable. Implementation: focus on breathing. Notice when your mind wanders, gently return attention. Benefits: primes your brain for improved emotional regulation throughout the day. Evidence: the fMRI studies show even a single session creates temporary changes in emotional stimulus processing for hours afterward. Daytime practice: 30-second body scan check-ins. Purpose: develops interoceptive awareness to detect warning signs before emotional hijacking occurs. Trigger points: implement before starting work, important meetings, financial decisions, or difficult conversations. Technique: scan your body for tension patterns, notice breathing and muscle tightness. Research support: Carnegie Mellon University found multiple brief sessions create stronger neural pathways than fewer, longer sessions. Key factor: consistency rather than duration drives results. Evening practice: 5-minute decision reflection. Purpose: accelerates pattern recognition of your personal emotional triggers. Focus: identify successful prevention moments and instances where emotions influence choices. Approach: note physical sensations that preceded poor decisions in situations triggering emotional responses. Benefit: builds awareness of your unique hijacking patterns without judgment. Implementation strategy: progressive challenge levels. Week 1, apply techniques to low-stakes choices, responding to mildly annoying emails. Week 2, address moderate challenges, financial decisions, minor workplace conflicts. Week 3, tackle your most difficult emotional triggers, situations where you've historically been vulnerable. This progressive approach aligns with how your brain builds neural pathways. Research on skill acquisition confirms that gradually increasing challenge levels creates stronger neural connections than immediately attempting difficult applications. Each successful application in progressively challenging situations integrates your emotional and rational brain systems more effectively. These small daily practices lead to significant improvements in decision quality. An investment banker I worked with implemented this approach after emotional trading decisions cost his clients significantly. By program's end, colleagues noted marked improvement in his decision-making under pressure. 6 months later, his trading decisions improved by 34% during volatile market periods. Concrete evidence of neural change is translated into real-world outcomes. The system works holistically. Morning mindfulness strengthens your general capacity for emotional regulation. Daytime body scans help you recognize when hijacking begins. The pause practice gives your prefrontal cortex time to engage. Cognitive reframing changes how your brain processes emotional triggers. Evening reflection accelerates pattern recognition. Together they address every aspect of the emotional hijacking process. Brain imaging studies show participants following similar 21-day programs develop increased gray matter density in regions responsible for attention and emotional regulation, while showing decreased reactivity in the amygdala. This approach leverages your brain's natural neuroplasticity. You're not suppressing emotions or forcing rationality, but creating new neural pathways that integrate emotional and rational processing more effectively. Over time, these pathways become your brain's default response. Now you understand why you make bad decisions and exactly how to stop them. Your brain evolved for a world that no longer exists, but you're not stuck with outdated programming. Through these science-backed practices, you can update your brain's operating system to make decisions align with your actual goals rather than primitive emotional responses. Your brain evolved for a world of immediate physical dangers, not emails and stock markets. The mismatch between your ancient neural wiring and modern challenges creates the bad decisions we've explored throughout this video. Each time you practice the techniques we've covered, the 90-second pause, body scanning, and cognitive reframing, you physically rewire your neural pathways. You're rebuilding your brain's architecture for today's world. Next time you feel that emotional surge before a decision, remember you hold the power to override ancient programming. Apply these tools consistently with our 21-day plan and watch as your decision-making transforms from reactive to intentional.